Wind turbines, the one that creates green energy to reduce carbon emissions and overall quite effective to reduce the pollution of the world and reduce the dependency of fossil fuels. We know that we don't have enough fossil fuels to even last 100 years. India uses a ton of non-renewable energy sources like oil, natural gas, coal, and it accounts to about 48% of total energy consumption. Every year, India is trying to increase the renewable energy sources and wind turbines is one of them. There are more than 800 commercial wind power plants and more than 40,000 turbines are running across the country. India also wants to achieve a goal of 500 gigawatt of renewable energy by 2030. Great, then everything is fine, right? Well, as you have seen in the title, everything is not fine indeed. Wind turbines have a bird problem. I mean, the birds have a wind turbine problem. They never signed on for this, right? And maybe some locals also haven't signed on for this. We generally create wind turbines in a large empty areas, and those regions are sometimes home to some of the wild and endangered species of birds and mammals. Despite being so great for us, maybe not so great for them. Sometimes making them leave the areas due to noise or even get killed by the turbines. It is equivalent to what data centers is to us humans. In one study done from 2011 to 2014, they investigated how many birds are colliding with the wind turbines and if the diversity of the animals in that area are also changing compared to the control sites. Control sites are the areas without wind farms in the close vicinity of the wind farm that are not affected by them. Since some of these wind farms are there for almost 20 years, there is no way to learn the habitat of the environment before that time. So the study is done by comparing the wind farm size and the control sites. Researchers were invited by two wind farm owners, one in Kutch, Gujarat and the other one in Davangere, Karnataka, to investigate bird mortalities in their farm. 59 turbines of the Kutch wind farms were studied and 23 cycles of searches were conducted at each turbine, with each cycle of 40.5 days approximately in between two consecutive searches. The studies found 47 carcasses of birds in this region, which is close to 4 biodiversity region with diverse bird population. 43 of them were recorded in the migratory season. Eurasian colored dove recorded the most mortalities. Bodies of threatened species like Dalmatian pelican and painted storks were also found. The researchers said that approximately 0.5 deaths per turbine were recorded, which might be an underestimation due to the recording of 40-day intervals. Species such as hawk, kites, or eagles and bats are highly vulnerable due to direct collision. Another study from 2016 to 2018 in central Karnataka found that the mean annual animal fatality rate per wind turbine was 0.26 per year, which means one bird death in every 4 years per wind turbine. Now this might seem less, but considering the fact that this long-lived species lays fewer eggs and are also endangered, this is quite dangerous for them and they might get extinct if these birds keep dying due to collision with the wind turbines. The Supreme Court is also considering the impact of wind power projects on the death due to collisions of this critically endangered species like Great Indian Bustard with a U, with wind turbines found in Gujarat and Rajasthan, which is a natural habitat of the species. Certain birds are also avoiding nesting and roosting near this wind farms. 2020 State of India's birds report found that half of the avian species were on the decline in the country. Birds of prey and those dwelling in forests and grasslands being the most vulnerable. But why can't the birds detect the wind turbines in front of them? For that, we need to understand how bird vision works. Wind turbines are like a traffic light that is trying to stop the birds in their way. They're not used to any obstructions in the high above atmosphere. Graham Martin, who is a professor at the University of Birmingham in the UK and an expert in the avian sensory science, says that birds flow through the world. We humans think the world is in front of us. We have eyes which look forwards. The world is ahead and we move towards it. Most birds have eyes on the each side of their head. They see objects in front of them and flowing past, and they see the world retreating them. Even though birds can see as far as 6 kilometers by using the lateral vision to detect prey in the grounds, they're not able to see clearly. They never needed to at all. They never needed to all these times. The study also found that mammals like black buck, chinkara, golden jackal, and jungle cat were less likely to occupy sites with a high number of wind turbines due to the disturbance of the wind turbines. In 2011, around 400 flamingos were electrocuted by high power transmission lines by wind turbines in Kutch, Gujarat. After that, Gujarat government took those lines in the underground. They also recorded 139 bird species, among which 8 of them were near threatened species, as per IUCN Red List. In conclusion, researchers have said that there are major gaps in their studies in finding the impacts on birds, like which species are suffering collision, which routes are taken by migrants, how fixed are these routes in relation to the weather conditions, and which species are able to avoid collision to what extent. Clearly, more research needs to be done extensively to understand the full impact of these birds in our ecosystem. Thanks for watching. Like the video, comment if you find it interesting, and subscribe to see more videos like this.